So today we've had another rifle arrive, just unboxing it now. So this one is from Sportsman Gun Centre. It's a CZ 457 synthetic. A couple of years ago when this rifle first appeared, overcoming the 452, the 453, the 455, I reviewed it in the Royal format, which is the walnut stock sporting rifle. Very, very significantly different action. It was a really nice one to see because it was a true advancement over what had always been a great rimfire, but it sort of stepped into the 21st century. You know, new one-piece 11mm dovetail machined into the action, new trigger system, new stocks, new bolt handle, pretty much new everything. The only thing that was retained was the interchangeability on the barrels from the 455 previously. So this one, as I said, is, I'm hoping, a 457 synthetic. So you'll see it as soon as I do. And in the box we have the bolt. I'll bring this one up in a minute because there's some interesting factors to mention about that bolt. In the meantime, since reviewing the Royal a few years ago, we've got an instruction manual here, we've got the warranty certificate. I'll just pop those out of the way. It's all my documentation. I'll just drop this box out of the way now. Yeah, since having that Royal a few years ago, I've done a lot with the 457 long range precision. I'm a huge fan of this rifle and its action. And a few months ago, I actually reviewed the CZ 557 centerfire in the synthetic stock format. And I really liked the synthetic stock. I thought the rifle for its price was quite a little bit better than top of the field, certainly very competitive in its environment. And one thing it had was excellent stock ergonomics. And this is that stock applied to a 2.2 rimfire. So let's pop it together to start with. Single lug bolt locking at the back, if I'm correct on that one. Left side locking handle. Yep, the bolt handle there is the locking lug. Locks into here. So starting from the front to the back, this one's a 2.2 rimfire. 2.2 rimfire is available in 16 or 20 inches. The 17 HMR and 2.2 WMR, which is also available in, only come in 20-inch barrel. It's got a 1/2 inch by 20 thread for a sound moderator. I don't think anybody's going to put a muzzle brake on one of these. The barrel is fully floating, and when I say fully floating, I can squeeze it there, and it takes a serious squeeze before it's going anywhere near the stock. 2 swivels for sling, so 1 bipod, 1 sling. It's a soft touch finish on the stock, and you've got it does feel actually ever so slightly scaled down from the 557, but not detrimentally so. Yeah, it still has that really nice handling geometry to it. So it's got the 11mm dovetail machined into the receiver now. You can actually add Picatinny additions to this if you want. The 457 LRP does actually have that for long range shooting. Magazines are polymer with a steel follower. They're available 5 or 10 rounds. 5 round comes with it. These triggers are adjustable, but checking that's clear. Or who needs to? I'll bring back something now on the bolt which I didn't mention before. This bolt, I'll just decock it now if I can. You won't see this on quite on this video, but the firing pin actually has a flat top on it, so that meets the back of the barrel, but the little chisel edge underneath it, which is just the tiny bit down there, which is what strikes the rim of the case and makes it fire, is never ever going to be damaged by dry firing because of the flat edge on the top of the bolt. I thought this was a superb design, and I've had rifles where that's been a specific problem in some very modern rifles where the firing pin shape isn't great. The chisel tip on this one works perfectly. I've never had a failed fire or case ejection or anything. We've got twin extractor claws, it's a sprung ejector. So let's pop that back in there. The safety catch is on the back here. Doesn't lock the bolt, doesn't really need to on a rimfire. And there we go. So you can see on the stock we've got inlaid panels for grip. It's a soft touch finish, and then on the grip itself, it's quite a tight radius that for many rifles. But interestingly, it doesn't seem to matter how big your hands are, because if you've got big hands, it's comfortable, and people with smaller hands, you know, 'cause in the USA people think rimfires are kids' guns. We don't think that in the UK, but a lot of them are built in the USA, and they're all very, very small. They're all very, very dinky, and they feel too small for an adult to use. But this one, that grip geometry, I'll try and sort of form that forward slightly, for smaller hands is still going to work. And of course, it's equally capable left-handed because it's a true ambidextrous with palm swell both sides. Moving back to it, so the bolt handle there looks about 40mm, maybe a 19-20mm bolt knob on the end. Operation is slick and fast because the LRP I have has got a big golf ball sized sort of rubber faceted lump that goes on top of that, which makes it just a little bit different. Recoil pad it's got little facets and shapes on there to give you a bit more grip into your shoulder, and the comb design is quite slim and quite high to the bore line. This will be obviously set up with a scope and everything on it so it can be used properly, but that is a very nice pointable rifle. One last thing I'm going to mention about the 457 in the synthetic stock, after I specifically noted this on the 557 in the same stock, is yes, the length of pull. That is a 14-inch length of pull, which works out at about 355mm. That is quite an interesting factor to mention because it does make it have that larger overall handier feel, and it doesn't make it too big or too bulky if you're using it from a vehicle either. So I do like that. That's got everything so far, everything about that says that this is going to work very nicely, and there's nothing really dropping in to surprise me there. It's got T25 Torx here fastening the action in. You can see the trigger adjustment grub screws just down there. This one will be getting a full review done on it. So let's just have a quick look through the warranty information. I'm not sure there's much to tell. Extent of the warranty. Warranty excludes, applies exclusive material defects. Warranty period. Okay, warranty period provided by CZ is 24 months for wooden parts and surface finish and 36 months for all other parts. Warranty period commences on the date of sale and product to the customer. So generally speaking, that would imply to me that has got a 3-year warranty on it because there are no wooden parts. Generally speaking, if it goes bang from the day go, you know, if it works, it's always going to work. And who didn't learn to shoot with a CZ rimfire, which was a Bruno rimfire back in the day? The design never changed greatly up until the 457 appearing. The instruction manual, let's see what's in there. Got a nice parts breakdown diagram there. Good to help explain some of the nomenclature of what's going on for people with a bit less experience who aren't familiar necessarily with all the terms. Explains the safety equipment, the tang springs, and lots of other details about that. Test target supplied, but it's a 2-2 rimfire. I don't really think I've ever encountered one that didn't shoot quite well. Some are slightly better than others, but the most important thing that I find fails on rimfires is the firing pin. If the firing pin doesn't work, the rimfire's a fail, isn't it? Never had a CZ do that in any of their incarnations, young or old. So, proudly made in the Czech Republic. I am looking forward to reviewing this because they are just nice guns to shoot. And if I'm absolutely honest, I bought a 457 LRP because I just liked it so much. But it's great for what it is, a long-range precision rifle, but I do kind of miss the handier hunting element of 2-2 rimfire, which this gun entirely embodies. Perhaps the last thing I'll just mention while we're here is that if you take this out of its stock, there are two impinging grub screws in the base of the action which actually pin the barrel into the receiver. You can take these barrels out and you can swap them with barrel change kits. So once you've bought one of these, obviously in the UK this is subject to variations, once you've bought your first 457, and I actually found this out accidentally because my 457 LRP22, I happen to have a 457, or I happen to have a 455 17 HMR, barrel completely interchanges, absolutely blissful. So that's the same with these. The caliber change kits come with a different magazine, a couple of slightly different spaces that drop into the action, and of course the barrel changes, which has the chambering in it. The bolt's the same, and you're away. You have 2 calibers, or even 3 if you want them to be. I must admit, I'd quite like to try one of these in a 22 WMR, But for now, this one is going on full review. Thank you for watching.